On to Singapore, where 7 presidents, 18 prime ministers and senior representatives of 6 other countries had gathered for the vital Commonwealth Heads of Government Conference. At the conference hall, the flags of the nations fluttered in harmony. Singapore's Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew, as host and conference chairman, greeted the delegates. Britain was represented by Prime Minister Edward Heath. The Maltese Prime Minister, Borg Olivier, was followed by the 3 African presidents so vehemently opposed to Britain's proposed arms deal with South Africa: Julius Nyerere of Tanzania, Milton Obote of Uganda. And finally, Kenneth Kaunda of Zambia.
The coup took place when we were on a flight from Singapore to Bombay. The first announcement was on the BBC when we were in flight.
The members of the Uganda Army and Air Force decided to take over from the civilian role because of the last arrangement which were made by the Dr. Apollo Milton Obote to disarm the all tribe of Uganda except his own tribe Langi and Acholi. And also that is the point which brought all this problem. I will well and truly exercise the functions of the head of government of the Republic of Uganda, so help me God. I wish to take this opportunity to announce that although I have already stated that my government will allow full political activity by everybody in Uganda, it will, however, be obvious to us all that the present security climate does not permit, I repeat again, does not permit proper political activities. I have therefore decided that all forms of political activities such as public discussions, meetings, and rallies will not at the moment be permitted. They are therefore suspended with immediate effect as soon as the security situation in the country warrant the resumption of this political activity.
Your Excellency, you said that Dr. Obote is still the lawful president of Uganda. Hasn't, though, the military coup there and the public rejoicing, which was seen in Kampala, meant that, in effect, he can't now be regarded as the lawful president of Uganda?
Well, I really don't think there is such proof. The rejoicing in Kampala has not surprised us. I don't know who has been surprised about the rejoicing in Kampala. Kampala is in Uganda. President Obote overthrew the Kabaka of Uganda. President Obote was trying to build the unity of Uganda by removing tribalism. And so the tribalists in Uganda will rejoice if President Obote is overthrown. So this did not surprise us. The army, I think everybody knows, including President Obote's enemies, the army is divided. This is known, that the army is divided in this matter. So why should we take it for granted that the people of Uganda will accept this change? What is the base of this change? I'm not surprised that there was rejoicing in Kampala, but I don't know whether there is still that rejoicing now.
There seem to be a lot of people rejoicing. The Uganda perhaps are the majority, are they not?
Yes, but where is the other rejoicing? I mean, Uganda does not consist of Kampala. There are stories that Amin has dissolved the local government bodies. Has he dissolved them because they are rejoicing or because they are not rejoicing? Why? And this, he has done this throughout the country. Why? Is this because they support him or because they don't support him? What is it? What does it mean?
Well, would you like to see Dr. Obote back as president? Are you going to take any specific aims to get him back as president?
Dr. Obote is the president of Uganda, who happens for the time being to be in Tanzania.
It's been said that Dr. Obote has given you 24 hours as an ultimatum to get out and let him come back. Would it be ever possible that he could come back and take over?
Dr. Obote will come back to Uganda as a citizen of Uganda, but not as a president of the Republic of Uganda. My last question here is that I have noticed and a comment on Radio Tanzania last night that Dr. Apollo Milton Obote, on his press statement in Tanzania yesterday evening, on his arrival from Nairobi, he made a statement that I was responsible for the death of the late Brigadier Okoya, the 2nd Infantry Brigade Commander, who was shot dead with his wife at Gulu earlier in January last year. Therefore, I have 7 prisoners who were actually arrested immediately when I was in Cairo and tortured. They are here because I am clean. My heart is very clean. They will explain to you, and you are free to question them if you wish.
Although Dr. Obote was accused also of corruption and dictatorship, the mainspring of the army takeover was the threat to this outwardly peaceful country and to their own integrity posed by his special private bodyguard, the so-called Protection Unit. Housed primarily in a shabby villa near the Cabinet Office, it was taken over during the weekend fighting, and evidence of communist complicity was revealed for the first time. Every day since then, Ugandan regulars have been breaking open the barred, curtained rooms to find crate after crate of brand new Russian weapons. Pistols by the boxful wrapped in oiled paper for long transit, and each with English instructions. Rifles and automatic weapons were stacked in innocent-looking wardrobes. Mortar bombs and bazooka shells were hoarded ceiling high. None of this was apparently known to the General Staff, not even the first aid materials stamped in English with their manufacture and origin. Although it was known that the forces here have communist as well as Western advisors, what apparently shocked the regular army was the dual role both the presidential clique and the Russians were apparently playing here. Obote's secret bodyguard wore plain clothes and were addressed in all public notices as students. This arsenal itself was even called the Nakasero Hostel. Even in the regular army headquarters, the palace of the deposed Buganda kings, 3 Russian armoured personnel carriers were discovered among the regular British-made scout cars and the army's cattle. They were marked with the exclusive registration UB for the Uganda cabinet, and no one knows how to drive them. They're thought to have been escape vehicles for Obote and his men if anything went wrong, though one wonders where to. The Special Protection Unit was, it's alleged, the instrument of unlawful arrest which had turned Uganda into a frightened state. Popular relief at the takeover was evident all along the roads to the capital. Thousands of people decked themselves and their vehicles out in harvest green to signify happiness. The soldiers were cheered wherever they went, despite some unnecessary excesses like the shooting of Europeans and the rough handling of pro-Obote prisoners who were herded into trucks and driven away to an unknown fate. But when the jubilation dies down, the regime has some very real problems, like the threat of reprisal voiced by General Amin. Despite its outward sophistication and glamour as a tourist area, Africa is still in parts a violent place, liable to claim many more victims, innocent as well as guilty, before it's politically sorted out.